Twisted genius. Dream life beast. What if I never made it to the top? What if that meant that I was never meant to rock? Would it be the reason that it finally make me stop? Or make me go hard and give it everything I got? Made a promise to them all, I'ma push it till I drop. If it's in the Lord's will, I bring it back to the block. I ain't made it through the door, but I put cracks in the lock. While my way from on the bottom, now I'm headed for the top. It's Machiavelli.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my world. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button and hit the notification so you know when I'm coming and how I'm coming. So, as usual, let's keep it twisted and hop right back into it. Hangover game. Hogs. I got another one for y'all. Right? Something, I don't know, something in my mind was just like, man, I really want to see what Tom does in person. Like, I want to see him performing live. And you know, I hadn't ran across any videos where he was performing live. So I was like, let me search and see. And I did. I found plenty of them. So this is a performance. And I watched a couple moments of this, and this kind of brought back memories and reminded me of a story that I got to tell you. So here's Tom with Politically Incorrect. This was actually in 2018 out in Denver. So let's check this out. This was like when Tom was just getting going. It probably was cold that night because, yeah, it's, I don't know.
Crank that shit through the monitors.
It's Denver.
Please. Yo. Y'all are so fucking loud that I can't even hear the music up here.
Like one thing, and it ain't even a lot of people in there. I love the fact that I don't care if you have one fan or a club packed full of fans, you get the same energy if those people are there to see you and there to give you that energy in return. As an artist, that's important. And you would never know that from this view.
Generation's afraid of the pain.
I like how he said mofos. It's like he's been rugged. But he's been considerate about it.
Y'all say we're tolerant. They're ashamed of themselves because the privilege of whiter than black and the opposite. You get charged with harassment for hugging a woman or giving a compliment. Y'all ain't too sensitive yet, offended to death. Bring out the topics. I swear that y'all are mad at everything that don't affect your life. Hey. I
swear that y'all are mad at everything that don't affect your life. I would have loved to be at this show, man. Don't lie. I would have loved to be at this show. I would love to have been at this show.
I swear that y'all are mad at everything that don't affect your life. I swear that y'all believe that being offended just means that you're right.
I swear that y'all believe that being offended just think that you're right. Literally. That boy stay spitting them facts. Stay spitting.
Y'all believe that being offended just means that you're right. I swear that y'all just want to be the only ones who everyone lies. I swear that you niggas, you probably so triggered you cry. And nobody wants to be real. Everyone's scared of how everyone feels. We become so hypersensitive and hyper-tolerant and honesty gonna be illegal. Crazy y'all get so shocked about
facts. That's where it's headed to. That's where it's headed to, where saying exactly what's going on, saying the truth. It's like the truth is getting outlawed. Facts. Y'all better wake up and understand that.
Honesty gonna be illegal. Crazy y'all get so shocked about the phone people saying things that aren't responsible and that seems logical on the weekend. And someone says retarded doing your weekend. And that's retarded. My hair getting braids because it looks hella awesome. Y'all like to scream out.
Look at Nova. That's what I'm talking about. Right on stage with the camera right there by his side. That's what I'm talking. That's the type of energy. If it ain't that, I don't want it. That's for the ladies, for her on out. If it ain't that, I don't want it. She needs to celebrate you straight up.
I appropriate culture, but I don't hear nothing. I'm paying homage. Y'all are just trying to get likes on your comments. Googling quotes that are socially conscious. Saying you're woke doesn't make you a prophet. It makes you a liar. Stupid. Always on that line.
Like you said, it's a lot of them saying they woke just because they getting profited off of it. How about you do it before you getting profit? I've been doing music for years and always spitting that message, spitting that truth, and didn't get a dime for it. But you know what? I'm still pushing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still pushing it regardless of the outcome, because in my soul, I know I was always doing what was right. Can't nobody ever question that. Can't nobody ever question that. That's how you celebrate. That's how you celebrate. That's how you separate real solid people from the fake flimsy ones. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch that. Everybody ain't here to walk the same stretch of life. I might not have been meant to be in the industry. You know what I'm saying? I might not have been meant to reach certain success. I might have in music. It might have been meant for me to be out here speaking and getting this voice out in another way, even though I feel I am talented enough to do the music. You just never know. It's within God's plan.
You must think I'm someone else. Y'all know the words to this?
As much as I wanted it.
I don't wanna fuck with me. Cause I don't feel the pressure. No, I will not be.
And that's another satisfaction as an artist. If it don't matter if it's 5 to 10 people in that crowd, if those 5 to 10 people all know your lyrics, that's a win for the night.
I'm not afraid, that's why they fuck with me. My name will be remembered, and I will live forever. I bet y'all hate that y'all stuck with me. You're waiting for one evening only, you wear what you want. Unless it's a poncho or a headdress or afro, you'll piss someone off. Hey, I say Merry Christmas, but I know that it's about to be gone. If religious freedom's such a violent issue, why you dress like a priest and I'm hoping for fun? Don't let him censor your thoughts. Don't let him make you regret that you talk. Don't let him tell you that nice is the law, trying to make you a writer when nothing is wrong. Yeah, words hurt you, clothes hurt you, memes hurt you, jokes hurt you, we hurt you. Every time y'all be right.
You gotta have something to stand on. Don't ever let people make you feel bad for standing for what's right. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out here that will let people push their beliefs because they're afraid of how it's going to affect or impact them. But if it's facts, if it's truth, you can't never let nobody sway that. You got to always push that through because it's always going to face opposition.
Hurt you, but you're super mad. Trust me, hurt you. You a pawn in a broken system. Are you triggered much? You been showing symptoms that are so addicted to being hopeless victims. Y'all been crashing and the wrong conditions. And your only sickness is your social vision. Makes you scared of choices, but you pro-decision. So you march a lot, but never go to this. But tell them way too loud until no one listens.
And the story I was talking about, man, this reminds me of a show I did a few years back in the day. Now, remind you, the show actually turned out way better than I assumed because of how I was thinking at that time. So a friend of mine that I was working with, he had an event planned. Remind you, he never told me what type of event it was. You know, he never told me what type of crowd was going to be there or anything. He just knew I did music and rap. And he was like, man, you should come rap. You should come do this music. So I did that. And when I showed up to the event to perform, the crowd I saw and the atmosphere, I just thought it was finna offend somebody, basically, you know what I'm saying? So I come to this neighborhood that, you know, this area, or this building where, you know, I walk in, I see a crowd, and it's a lot of middle-aged Caucasian people that I'm assuming I'm supposed to be rapping, but I'm not thinking, you know what I'm saying? And when I say it like that, I don't mean like they don't listen to rap. I mean like this was like a different crowd. This wasn't like a youth. This was like a professional crowd per se. You know what I'm saying? These people look like they were here to enjoy. Like when I walked in the back, I seen other type of artists that were there, and it was like other bands, and it was no other rappers, no other black artists, no anything. And you know, it just I just felt like I didn't want to come in there and ruin anybody's evening. You know what I'm saying? I was at that point. I didn't want to perform. And then I found out this is the reason why I didn't want to perform, because come to find out it was a Toys for Tots event, right? So I had no problem doing that, right? But had he told me it was that type of event, I would have prepared certain types of music, certain types of songs. The songs I brought, you know, I never had any music that was per se offensive, but it was rap. It was street rap, right? So I'm thinking like, man, I don't want to upset anyone. I don't want to ruin anybody's. And my homeboy, you know, my friend from work, you know, he a white guy, so he like, no, man, just don't worry about them. Don't worry about anything. Just go out there and rap. So I'm like, okay, man. I'm like, if your crowd start getting up and walking, I mean, I imagined the worst. I was like, they gonna boo me. They gonna get up and start walking out. Like they. Or even, you know, the worst for a rapper is nobody does anything, no reaction, just everybody quiet, just looking at you while you perform. Like they thought he was gonna get, it could have got bad on either way, right? So I'm like, man, forget it. I had my little brother with me at the time. I'm like, man, we done came out here. I done already gave the DJ our music, man. Let's go out here and just do our thing. The stage, the reason I connected it to this, because the stage looked exactly like this. You know what I'm saying? It was the same type of crowd. It was probably about 20, 25 people in there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 25, 30 people probably showed up to the event, right? And everybody sitting in the crowd with their drinks, waiting for the bands and everybody to come out and perform. The stage was similar. We came out and started performing. You know, people started getting up and they looking at us. And then they start listening to what we were saying, and that went from just looking at us to their hands going up. They had their beers in the air like they was drinking, and they was yelling and screaming. And they start really saluting, and they start really appreciating. They start really praising us, and it felt different. That turned my drive up. That made me go so much harder for them that night. You know what I'm saying? That made me want to give them the best show ever. So we started jumping off stages and performing. We was running back and forth, jumping in the crowd like we gave them so much energy. They didn't have a choice, they had already decided to like us. So we gave them so much. And when we came off that stage, man, all them people had to say was, what at the time I think MySpace was still going on. They was like, what's your MySpace page? Where can we follow you? Do you have a Facebook page? Where can we get your music? Like they wanted I ain't never had people ask for autographs. They were asking for autographs. So that chose that if nothing else, hip hop changed my perception on how I view society in a way as well. You know what I'm saying? And that totally opened my mind up to certain things, and it was like, man, like it had nothing to do at that moment but people enjoying one another's presence. You know what I'm saying? It was about the talent, it was about the music, it was about them enjoying themselves, and it was about the energy of the night at that moment. And that was a valuable lesson, and that's another reason why I'm able to be where I am with my level of thinking at this point, because I've always somehow ended up in situations since I was young where I had to deal with other cultures, and I always got to see people on every level, so it was never like I had an assumed perception of what certain colored people were supposed to be like. It was never allowed in my life. You know what I'm saying? I was diverse when I was a kid in elementary school. My favorite friend, my best friends when I went to school, was a white kid and an Asian kid. You know what I'm saying? So it was a white kid, Asian kid, and black kid, the three amigos, and we did everything together, right? So I never was allowed to feel that way. My friend that was white, I used to go to his house to birthday parties. His mom, my mom were good friends. Like I was never allowed to even try to, oh, you don't mess with them people because they're so, like, I was never, I've been about unity from birth, and I was raised that way. I was taught that. So I definitely thank my mother for that.
Always on that blah, blah. Y'all should keep it to yourselves.
And I'm just like, at this point, like, Tom, Nova, can I get some tickets, bro? Can I get some recognition, some salute? Like, I don't know, bro. I just want to be down, bro. Like, I just need a ticket to the show, bro. That's all I need. I need a ticket to the show. That's all I need. Next time y'all come to the town, to Houston, I need a ticket, man.
With that drama, you must think I'm someone else. 'Cause I don't wanna fuck with me. 'Cause I don't feel the pressure. No, I will not be censored. I'm not afraid, that's why the fuck.
And sometimes, if it ain't that many people at a show, it actually makes for a better performance. You actually can connect better with the artist when you don't got a million people. You trying to push your way through and see over and stuff. If it's comfortable, everybody can be at the front of this. Like, sometimes those are great performances and memorable.
With me, my name will be remembered, and I will live forever. I bet y'all hate that y'all stuck with me.
And they just hate because he did it first. He did stuff. He was bold enough to do something that he saw a niche for, and it was open. It was a throne waiting for somebody to sit down on. And all these other rappers, a lot of them that was just looking at it and watching it, just mad because he punched it first.
You look like the devil, you say there's Christians, you just want a medal for asking permission, you just want a pat on the back.
He said, "You look like a devil. You sound like a Christian." Oh,
Y'all stuck with me. You look like the devil, you say there's Christians, you just want a medal for asking permission.
you just want a medal for asking permission.
You just want a pat on the back in addition to being so tolerant. You're nicer, you're better, you're whiter, you're brilliant, more sensitive creatures, and now it exists as my freedom, but that should be something completely. The world would be better if we were different. Y'all should keep it to yourselves. Miss me with that drama. You must think I'm someone else.
Cause it's just dope to vibe out when you got about 30, 40 people and everybody know, like I said, they know the music, everybody in sync, jumping around. That can be a live, very, very live show.
'Cause I don't wanna fuck with me. 'Cause I don't feel the pressure. No, I will not be censored. I'm not afraid, that's why.
No, I will not be censored. Hey.
Fuck with me. My name will be remembered, and I will live forever. I bet y'all hate that y'all stuck with me.
And he just gave you key, man. He giving you game. He dropping gems. He said, "My name will be remembered. Y'all gonna remember me forever. If you remember me for nothing but controversy, you still gonna remember me forever. That's how you last forever. You know what I'm saying? No matter when your name will always be brought up because you did something that other people were kind of hesitant to do and see through all the way." Yeah, but like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and till the next time, keep it twisted. I'm out.